Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we're going to check out Roborock's brand new robot vacuum that's called the Q Revo. Before we begin checking out the robot itself, I think we should do a very quick unboxing just to show you what's actually in the box and how easy it is to set it up. Now once you get everything plugged in, the most important thing is actually to download the Roborock app in your phone to get it set up, and it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get everything completed and ready to go. Alright, so now what's so special about the Roborock Q Revo and how is it different from all Roborock's previous robot vacuums? Now what's really cool here is actually in the robot itself. So once you flip it over, you will notice something here that is actually the first on a Roborock robot vacuum, and that is a dual spinning mopping pads. Now previously on other robot vacuums from Roborock, you will see that they use a single large mopping pad that vibrates, but this time round, these two spinning wheels will actually clean the floor even more efficiently and effectively. So I noticed that for me myself, I sometimes do get a couple of stains on the ground, and sometimes I do have friends who come over that have sweaty feet, and they actually cause the floor to be very sticky. But with the Q Revo and its new dual spinning mopping pads, I think it is actually able to clean the floors even more effectively and efficiently. So according to Roborock, it is able to spin for up to 200 RPM, and if you have carpets lying on the ground, you might be wondering, like, is it able to lift it up? Well, the good news here is that the Q Revo is able to lift it up by up to 7 millimeters, so you don't have to worry about your carpets getting wet, or when it crosses your carpets, it will still clean your carpets. It will remove the dust from your carpets, but it will not cause your carpets to be wet. So I think that's a really cool feature, the two spinning pads that is now available on the Q Revo. Now other than that, what's really cool about this robot? Well, in terms of the dock itself, it's not just a brand new dock. You will notice that the design on the Q Revo dock is actually quite interesting because there is sort of like a wavy pattern, which I really do like because I want my robot to sit in my home and have an aesthetic kind of look. But another thing that's really cool is actually found inside that multifunctional dock itself, and this is where you'll be able to find a removable tray that you can actually remove and wash it on your own. So on previous robot vacuums that comes with docks, previously I had to take a brush and try and clean that little area at the bottom, which is actually a bit more tedious, but now it's made even more easier and user-friendly by being able to be removed and brought to the sink to just wash it up and clean it instantly. Alright, so other than just the mopping pads and the new dock, what else can you expect from the Roborock Q Revo? Well, the 4 things that it can do on its own, which is similar to other Roborock vacuums, is that it is able to wash itself, it can dry itself, it can refill, and it can also remove the dirt from the robot itself. So in other words, when it washes itself, it is able to spin and scrub the mopping pads along the dock base to keep them clean after every run, and then it will move on to the process of self-drying, where the mopping pads are actually completely dried with 45 degrees warm air, and this prevents any unpleasant odor and growth of mold. Now moving on to the self-emptying part, this actually allows for up to 7 weeks without having you to manually remove those dust from there, and the self-refilling portion is actually where the dock itself will fill the robot's water tank automatically for a maximum mopping range of up to 400 square meters. So yeah, long story short, you don't have to do anything for about a week, and the robot will actually clean your house on its own. Now moving on to the cleaning side of things, after using the Roborock Q Revo for a couple of days now, there are just a couple of things that I would like to highlight in today's video. Now first up, let's talk a bit about its cleaning capabilities. Now the robot itself is able to suck up to 5500 PA. That means that it's actually quite strong at picking up all the dust, the dirt, and especially hair on the ground. Now I do live with someone who actually drops hair quite constantly. Even myself, I do drop quite a fair bit of hair, and I found that there were no tangles within the brushes, and it was able to pick up all those hairs and dust very, very well. Now the second thing here is all about its object avoidance. With its PreciSense LiDAR, the robot itself is actually able to navigate around my very small living room. It can go across the table legs, around your sofa legs and all that. Even if you have objects on the ground, it will just move around it. Now one fun thing that I didn't notice was that at one point it actually accidentally sucked up one of my cables, but it actually spit out the cable and untangled the cable. So I found that to be rather amusing. If you have a couple of cables on the ground, you do not have to worry about the Roborock Q Revo sucking them up. Now just in case you want the robot to avoid specific zones, this is where you can again go into the app itself and set up no-go zones. You can even have no mop zones, or even set up virtual walls or barrier if you do not want the robot to cross to a certain section of a living room. Now other than that, there is also the 3D mapping feature that I think is really cool. Not only is it able to scan the space, but you can then view the space in 3D, rotate it around, and even add in furniture to recreate your entire living room in the app itself, which I found was actually really awesome. Now last but not least, if you want to set up custom schedule times for cleaning, you can also do that. So say for example, if you want the robot to clean the kitchen a couple of times a day, you can set that in the app. If you want the robot to clean the master bedroom only once a day or twice in a week, you can also set that up in the app itself. It is a very mature app and one of the best apps for robot vacuums that you can find today. Alright, so that pretty much sums up my quick take on the Roborock Q Revo. Now this device is currently going for RM3799 here in Malaysia, but obviously 77 is around the corner and Roborock Malaysia is throwing out a couple of freebies, promotions and all that. So do check out Roborock Malaysia's page for more information on the kind of promotions that they will be having, because you will be able to save the most on 77. Now with that said, thank you for watching today's video all the way till the end. I really appreciate you guys staying here. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to take care and stay safe. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.